Creating and configuring a test with TCS begins at the Welcome screen, where you select the specific Titan data acquisition device type in use. Since we'll be using a single Titan mini recorder for this tutorial, we start by selecting the mini recorder device type. TCS creates a default test name that is based on the mini recorder device we selected. To change the name, click inside the test name field and enter a new name. All data taken during this session will be exported using this name. The configuration window has 4 tabbed screens: Device Configuration, Sensors, Tags and Channels, and Recording and Triggers. Each screen is divided into a number of smaller selection panes, allowing you to specify every parameter for a given test. The Device Configuration screen is the starting point for this activity. This screen is where you'll configure the most basic test parameters, such as speed mode, scan rate, excitation, and other global device options. Let's take a tour of the various setup components on the device configuration screen. Our Titan Mini recorder was already connected to the computer when we launched TCS, so it appears in the Select Port list. If your connected device does not appear here, recheck the connections and then click on Query Serial Devices to rescan. To connect to the device on the selected port, click Connect. TCS will query the device and display basic hardware information in the Device Information pane. You may have noticed that the baud rate dropdown is grayed out when TCS connected to the port. This is because we're using a USB connection on the mini recorder. Baud rate selections are only available when the mini recorder is connected via a serial connection. For USB connections, baud rate does not apply. For more information on serial connectivity and baud rate options, consult the TCS user manual. Continuing our tour in the upper left of the screen, the Name field allows you to specify a unique name for the connected device. This name will appear anywhere a channel list is displayed, and is invaluable in keeping things orderly when more than one mini recorder is in use. To the right of the Name field, clicking on the Metadata button presents a window that allows you to enter additional information about the current test, including inventory and project identifiers, testing participants, and other related information and notes. Each field can accommodate up to 128 characters of plain text. The Metadata window includes the Device Configuration button. Clicking on the Device Configuration button displays the complete information about the connected device, including circuit board serial numbers, jumper settings, calibrations, and much more. For archival purposes, this information can be saved by clicking on the Save button. Moving to the middle of the screen, the Speed pane is where you select the mode, high or low speed, the scan rate, and the filter frequency for the test. The Excitation pane allows you to select either fixed 2.048 volt excitation for all channels, or per channel excitation if you're using a B-series mini recorder, such as a BMS, BSG, or BDF. The Other Settings pane allows you to specify the offset voltage when the input dividers, located on the sensor screen, are enabled. 2 selections are available here. Moving to the right, the standalone GPS pane allows you to enable GPS if the mini recorder supports it. When GPS is enabled, 2 other related checkboxes appear. The first, labeled Enabled PPS, enables pulse per second functionality. The second, Bypass Lock, allows the GPS sensor to operate without locking to GPS satellites, which allows you to check the basic operation of GPS in areas where satellite reception is not readily available. The Digital Pod pane allows you to enable and configure the mini recorder to support digital sensors, such as CAN bus, IMU, and GPS. Digital sensor configuration is a separate topic that is covered in its own video. The Recorder Settings pane allows you to select Auto Record mode. With Auto Record enabled, remote recording begins automatically when power is applied to the mini recorder. You should note here that once auto recording is enabled, it remains enabled until a new test is run with this feature disabled. Finally, we arrive at the function keys, which offer an alternative selection method for some common functions. There are just 5 active function keys in the device configuration window. We've already mentioned function key F1, which connects or disconnects the mini recorder to TCS. Function key F2 allows you to get connection help. Pressing F2 displays the connectivity section of the TCS user manual, which can help you to sort out any connection issues. Function key F3, Get Info, refreshes the device information display. Function key F10 invokes the manual command window, which allows you to issue manual commands to the connected device. Finally, function key F11 invokes the in-vehicle display, which permits keyboard-based control of TCS using just the function and arrow keys. It provides alternative control of commands and navigation in situations where using a mouse or trackpad would be impractical. This covers all of the selection options on the device configuration screen. Now let's take a quick look at the DAC configuration setup. The DAC configuration setup is nearly identical to the MIDI recorder, save for two differences. The DAC configuration adds a DAC information pane to the screen and automatically sets the mode to low speed with a 1200 Hz scan rate. All remaining screen options are identical to the MIDI recorder configuration screen covered earlier. This concludes part 1 of the tutorial. Now that you're familiar with the device configuration screen, you're ready to continue with either the Titan CPU configuration video or the sensors video.